Good morning. This is Matt from the Hayward Lakes Visitors and Convention Bureau with your outdoor report for the week of June 21st, as prepared by Steve Suman. This week I'll give you a look at some upcoming events. We'll have the fishing report, a few more announcements, and then a special spotlight at the end. Hayward's 71st annual Muskie Fest runs June 24th through the 27th, so it is beginning this Thursday. The event kicks off with a carnival. Fishing has no boundaries, catch and release fishing contest, games for children, sidewalk sales, art and craft show, live music, and food vendors. It continues with a Saturday car show and street dances on Friday and Saturday nights. As part of the fun, the DNR's Hayward Fish Team has stocked Shoes Pond with 1,300 adult bluegills, with the intent of providing youth anglers with a fun introduction to the sport. The festival will conclude on Sunday with a 5K run walk, a 10K run, and a kids' minnow run for 12 and under. It all finishes up with the grand parade in downtown Hayward. For more information, go to muskiefest.com and check out the schedule of events there, or call the Chamber of Commerce at 715-634-8662. On Sunday, June 27th, during the Muskie Fest weekend, Hayward Bass Club will host its annual Round Lakes Open Bass Tournament from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. For entry information, contest rules, and regulations, visit the Hayward Bass Club Facebook page or text them at 405-227-1789. Big Fish Golf Club is offering free youth golf clinics from 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. on Friday, June 25th, July 9th, and July 16th. These clinics are for age levels 6 to 8, 9 to 12, and 13 to 17. For more information or to sign up for the clinics, call 715-934-4770. Now to the fish report. Most fish species are in early transition to their summer patterns, although their dispersal is somewhat inconsistent right now. Early and late hours, of course, are your most productive times. Again, it is of great benefit to stop at your favorite bait and tackle shop on your way to the lake to get the current information on baits, presentations, and fish locations. So see what the experts at Hayward Bait and Bottle, Minnow Gyms, Jenks Bait and Tackle, or the Happy Hooker have to say about your intended fishing spot. All right, the muskie fishing is somewhat slow right now. Many anglers are waiting for cooler weather and better conditions for releasing fish. Look for fish on the deeper weed lines, weed beds, humps, and points. Muskie and northern suckers, bucktails, spinnerbaits, and trolled matlocks and other large crankbaits are currently favorite presentations. The walleye action is good to very good if you're looking on the weeds, weed lines, weed edges, mud flats, humps, drop-offs, and cribs in depths out to 18 feet. Early morning and late evening into dark offer the best success. Baits of choice include walleye suckers, crawlers, and leeches on slip bobbers, jigs, and lindy rigs, and cast and trolled crankbaits and stick baits. The northern pike fishing is good to very good on weeds in various depths and near concentrations of panfish. Northern suckers, spinners, spinnerbaits, spoons, crankbaits, and stick baits do the job. Fish bigger baits for trophy pike. Be sure you check out the Chippewa Flowage Pike Improvement Project 2.0 with illustrations and video on how to fillet pike. You'll find all that at chippewaflowage.com. The largemouth bass action is good on weeds, wood, brush, cribs, drop-offs, and around panfish. Crawlers, leeches, assorted plastics, crankbaits, spinnerbaits, and topwaters are all effective on largemouth. The smallmouth fishing is very good, with fish being post-spawn and holding on deep weed lines, rocks, cribs, stumps, and drop-offs. Top baits include sucker minnows, crawlers, leeches, and plastics on jigs, and drop shot, Ned, and Carolina rigs. The crappie fishing is fair to good, best action coming in the evening hours. Work the weeds, weed flats, humps, brush, bogs, and cribs in 4 to 15 feet. Crappie minnows, waxies, worms, and plastics under slip bobbers are productive, as are beetle spins and small crankbaits. The bluegill fishing is very good on weeds and weed lines in 4 to 12 feet. Most fish have finished spawning, but check shallow water for stragglers, waxies, worms, leeches, and plastics on small hooks and under slip bobbers are working well. A few more upcoming events. As we know, smallmouth bass season is now open for harvest as of the 19th. This weekend on the 26th, the Sawyer County Farm Bureau and the Dairy Farmers of Wisconsin will host the annual Sawyer County Dairy Breakfast from 6:30 to 11 a.m. out at the Sawyer County Fairgrounds on Highway B. The Dairy Breakfast is in recognition of June Dairy Month. Organizers will be serving pancakes, scrambled eggs, sausage, strawberries, milk, cranberry juice, coffee, ice cream, and ice cream cones. The cost is only $7 for adults and $6 for children 7 and older. For more information, call 715-296-9000. A few events coming up in July. From the 8th to the 11th is a Spooner Heart of the North Rodeo. More information on that is at 715-635-9696. July 16th through the 18th is the LCO Honor the Earth Powwow. Learn more by calling 715-634-8934. Also on July 16th through the 18th is the Birchwood Bluegill Festival. Information on that is at 715-354-3411. And to round out the month of July, from the 29th through the 31st, we've got the Lumberjack World Championships here in Hayward, 715-634-2484 for more information. To find out more about area events and activities, go to the haywardlakes.com webpage or haywardareachamber.com to see the calendar of events. Or you can always give us a call, 715-634-8662 or 715-634-4801. This week's special spotlight is on DNR fisheries biologist Max Wolter, who honors the memory of retired DNR employee Larry Glodowski. In Max's words, Department of Natural Resources staff in Hayward and across northern Wisconsin were saddened by the news of Larry Glodowski's passing last week. Larry was a forestry team supervisor and incident commander during his DNR career spanning several decades. Larry leaves behind an incredible legacy of professionalism and lessons for anyone working in natural resources. For starters, Larry was a strong advocate for cross-collaboration. There are countless examples of Larry supporting plans to have his foresters work on fish or wildlife habitat projects. Similarly, Larry brought all manner of resource professionals together on the incident management team to respond to natural disasters such as wildfires and floods. Larry also emphasized the importance of relationships. He knew that if staff put in the time to build trust and demonstrate that we are also members of the community, we would find much more support for DNR projects. Larry was great at this, and he could find common ground with anyone. I was lucky in that my office was right across the hall from Larry's office for 8 years. We had great conversations every day, and his door was always open if I needed the advice of a veteran and true pro. We missed Larry when he retired, but in his passing, we will miss him on a much deeper level. His life and career were well lived, and he leaves behind a DNR office full of staff that will carry on his exemplary professionalism. Thank you, Max, for those words. Although I didn't work closely with Larry as Max did, he did volunteer in my classroom a few times, helping students with practice job interviews. Larry was a stand-up guy and a blessing to this community. That's the report. While you're out in the woods this week, take a minute to think of Larry and all the other professionals who have made it their life's work to keep nature and our relationship with nature healthy.